G'day trendsetters, you just caught me at the end of a hard workout. I'm finalising my review for the Rotor In Power single-sided power meter, and I just rode about 36 minutes at a pretty hard tempo. This unit aside, I never use a power meter. I managed to average just under 200 watts for that. That was including lollygagging for the first couple of k's from my house. But I can definitely see why these tools are useful. But I still prefer to ride by feel, because I was going hard enough at the end. I was feeling pretty suspect, and I knew I was making an effort. Also, my heart rate monitor correlated. It said about 172 at the end, so it wasn't like it was an easy ride. So now that that madness is over, I can chill out for a while and ride the rest of this route steady. So this route I'm taking you on tonight is one of my 3 fixture routes. This is a route that myself and my guys ride during the winter, especially on the Tuesday nights, the Tuesday night gravel worlds ride as we call it. And I've already done a video about the medium route. So tonight is the long route. It's about 42 miles from our meeting point. I've ridden to whether I would ordinarily start, which is something I would like to do, get a nice warm up and a nice cool down. But if you turn the camera around, you can see the sort of roads I'm riding the rest of the day. We treat these roads during the winter interval sessions as full on, so you're encouraged to go as hard as you want, and then at the end of each sector you wait up and we regroup on the pavement and ride together until we start the fun all over again on the next sector. It's definitely better than sitting inside riding a trainer in the winter time. And speaking of trainers, again, I want to give a shout out to all my friends overseas in places like Spain, France, Italy, and Panama. I hope you see this video and look forward to riding outside. I know you guys are all on lockdown right now because of COVID-19. And if you're in a country where we can ride, don't whinge about it online saying, oh, it's so hard to ride by yourself. That's bogus. Get out, go exploring, have fun. You can make an adventure by yourself. I do it all the time. So if I can do it, you can too. Now this is one thing that the trainer cannot simulate, the rough roads. This section here is a bit bumpy. Ugh. This is one of the early hills of the long route. It doesn't look like much from this perspective, but when you're hitting this little bugger hard, you really feel it. Wow. Yikes. Definitely feeling my legs from the earlier hard tempo workout. On the right is a sinkhole, and I've ridden past this section, oh boy, probably 100 plus times. And this is the first time I've noticed it, because usually I'm riding with my mates, everyone's got their head down on this section, bloody laying the hammer down. So there is a good time to ride easy, and right now is one of those times. But all jokes aside, riding hard all the time, it honestly gets super irritating to me. And I like to go cruise and enjoy the countryside, as you've seen from some of my earlier videos. Entering sector 2 of the gravelly, dirty stuff. This is affectionately known as the landing strip, and it has featured in one of my videos before. Well, several of my videos actually. It's a long straight. I think it's about 3-point-something miles. I'm just plodding along today. And right there, see, there's proof I'm not screwing around completely on this ride. Nice tempo, heart rate. If you can see the power screen on the Garmonio. Good tempo. Okay, trendsetters, we're turning on to sector number 3. You might notice this sector has an abundance of lovely tree cover. Here we have another picturesque scene, folks, for your viewing pleasure, in a nice older home. We are truly in the countryside. Welcome to the 4th sector, folks. This is a tough sector on the Tuesday Worlds gravel rides. Also, it's a very historic sector. It's affectionately known as the Flappalachians, the Florida Appalachians, but in reality it is Bellamy Road, which is the very first federal highway in Florida. So it's got a lot of history. It's a beautiful road, and one I sincerely hope is never ever going to be paved. I mean, just look at this. Now, just ahead is a little dip, and that leads to 3 distinct hills. You might be thinking, ha ha ha, how can there be hills in Florida? Well, trust me, my friends, a few of these hills are at 10%, and when you hit them ballistic, like in this video, which I'll overlay from one of the editions of the Heartbreaker Cycling Invitational, an event run by me, they cause much duress, even to out-of-towners who are always surprised by this. So the Flappalachians, or Bellamy Road. In fact, I'll run the front camera so you can get an idea of some of the speeds I'll be cracking on the downhills in a moment. Just about to crest the first berg of Bellamy Road. Now, I'm not going to let you in on all the secrets of this road. I've been riding this area, this road, for about 15 years, so I know every single inch of this road. This is what we call tribal knowledge. Now it gets a bit more serious. In fact, I've plopped it onto the small ring. What are you doing, boy? Huh? Oh, oh. This is a notoriously sandy spot. I better put both hands on the bars. Well, didn't have time to put the camera away. Sometimes I receive email and other messages through the various social media outlets of Gravel Cyclist about my thoughts on 1x and 2x drivetrains. Drivetrains, like anything, are a deeply personal choice. I love 2x's. I'm going to give you a demonstration of 2x in action. Now, this is a Di2 system. Look how fast I changed that front derailleur. I changed that about 3 times in 2 seconds or less. So the argument that the front derailleur is a pain in the ass and stupid, it's a bloody moot point, especially with the modern drivetrains these days. Back to the riding at hand. Here comes the next sector. Oh, I tell you, I'm feeling my legs now. Whew. Well, trendsetters, I'm on to one of my favourite sectors of dirt and gravelly roads, that resides in north central Florida. This one's also a perennial favourite of the nighttime Tuesday World Gravel Ride, the long version. For starters, lovely scenery, but of course at night time all you're seeing is some bloke's cassette, an LED light, and usually an arse right in front of you. So you have to appreciate the daytime views. Most of these sectors are named, and this part of the sector happens to be named our Eternal Lady of Spooge. That's because there is usually, always, most of the time, without fail, a spring at the bottom, well, not the bottom, but just after the bottom of this little drop. Now it's always moist and sticky and muddy, and you take your nice clean bike out and you get it covered in crap. Alright, we're about to enter the spooge sector. Usually there's a fight to get to the front here because no one wants to get spooged. Okay, it's not as wet today. See, that's figures. I filmed the bloody thing and there's no water around the place. There was a little wet patch back there. Well, that's disappointing. What a letdown. Alright, I want everybody to see that I'm not fibbing. Usually there is quite a nice amount of water flowing there, and this section here is all muddy and messy. It's pretty dry today, one or two little wet spots, but this doesn't count. See, it always figures, like I said a moment ago, whenever you run the camera, the things you expect just don't happen. So I'm hoping that anyone who thinks I'm being a jerk and telling pork pies, fibs, if you come out here, I hope you get covered in crap. In the best possible way, of course. As you can see, plenty of food crops are growing in this neck of the woods as well. I always tell folks to admire the beauty of the ride. Check out the scene on the right. We have some cows in some swampy marshland. Second to last sector on the long loop, folks. This sector's a fun one because from this viewpoint it looks like nothing, but this is about a 2% little slog. By the top you'll be feeling it, especially if you're hammering along on the nighttime rides. Righto, let's see if this bloke slows down. He's making a mega dust cloud up here. Oh, hang on, he's slowing down. He's a good lad. Good bloke. Sharing the roads is important, even on the dirt roads. Look how amazing that sun looks right now. I should probably remaster one of my older nighttime ride videos so you can see some of the crazy antics that go on sometimes. And I'm certain I will do a night ride by myself, because I love riding at night time, and give you folks an insight into what can happen. Although you may not be able to see too much. Oh, here we are. We're on to the final sector of the long route. Well, trendsetters, I'm riding a quiet, lonely section of pavement back towards Gainesville, and this is going to serve to wrap up my ride for tonight. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for riding along with me, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos as they appear on the channel. I'll see you in the next video.